The good news is,
Hey, I wanted to mention my thoughts on a topic, and the topic is uh, video. Now, apparently, the Star News is going out, and every reporter who goes out is given. It looks kind of like a GoPro, based on the fact that everything here is sharp, and it's really they're putting some prints in here, some photos, and doing a little bit of video editing. But most of what they do is they just talk to one person. So, like, take a look at this one with Lisa Derderian. Very
oh,
minimal.
hello.
Oh,
You
I
caught me
gotta go through
working
this
on my
in a
letter.
sec. So they run a pre-roll, and we won't run a pre-roll. But the bottom line is they have a headline, and then they have a lower third description right here, right? And then they talk to one person, and the whole thing is typically talking to one person. So what I'm hoping we can do, and I would like to discuss it with you guys, Eddie, Brandon, everybody, Veronica. What I'm hoping we can do is something similar, where whenever we are writing a story, we at least see one person involved with the story face to face, and we just let them tell their story. In fact, their story, you can, instead of asking them questions for the interview, you could actually just set up the camera and say, okay, so let me interview you now, and what's going on here? Which is my favorite phrase. What's going on here today? And they talk. And in the case of the Star News doesn't do a lot of editing. Look at Lisa's still going. They do a little bit. Okay, just when I say that, they do a little bit. But primarily, Lisa just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And that's all it is. And in most of these, what's happening is they go to one person, and the person sits
I
there
call shotgun.
and talks and talks and
I'm
talks.
just kidding.
So basically, my idea would be to see if whenever you go out in the field, or let me start again. Whenever you're writing a story, that you try to see one person in person, face to face, one main speaker in the story, face to face. If you can't see guy number one, maybe see guy number two or lady number three. But the point is, if you can get someone and then just run the camera like the Star News does, where they explain the story, and the words from what they say become part of your story. That's your quotes. But also it gives us a chance to take a picture, a short video, a minute to 2 minutes, with virtually every major story, where someone from that story is seen speaking on camera. We really have to do a lot more video. And even if it's just a clip that's a minute or 2 minutes long that you use as the basis for your interview, and if all it does is say something like Black Friday sales drop in Pasadena, and then it's Paul Little, Pasadena Chamber of Commerce, and Paul rambles for 2 minutes, that would be great. Now, timing. If you get into trouble on timing, or if you can't edit it, or if there's any problem, use WeTransfer and send the file to me, and I will get it taken care of. Because all I'm going to do is put down the title, the person's name and their title, and that's it. I'm not really going to edit it. The Star News, they did some fancy editing there with cutting in of photos and stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let the person talk and stick it up on Facebook. Because this video stuff is absolutely critical going forward. We don't need a long interview. We don't need multiple angles. We don't need multiple shots. Nothing. It's just when you're asking, so let me interview you. You set up the camera. It points at their face. You start it rolling and you say, okay, Paul, what's going on here today? And he talks for 2-3 minutes. And you let the camera, but you only send me the clip and I'll cut out. I'm not going to edit. Now, you see what I'm saying, right? Really, really, really simple, because we need to start kicking butt with video. So let's talk about the practicalities of this. Eddie, for city council, it may be after the meeting is over or when there's a break. Rush up and grab somebody. Grab someone who made a comment. Grab someone who made a presentation. Grab one of the council members. And just for 3 seconds, even if it's only 30 seconds to a minute long, you get them on camera as a video clip and send it to me. And I'll put lipstick on the pig, dress it up, and put it onto Facebook. But I think our objective is to try to get a video clip of one stakeholder in at least 50% of the articles that you write every day. Thank you.